Irvin State Park. It's a great morning to be here, especially with the announcements that will be taking place today and the signing of these bills into law. So it's a perfect setting to talk about all of the announcements today. This location means a lot to our state park system, the visitation that we have here, its connection to Central Arkansas, the recreational opportunities and the resources that this park provide are an important part of the Arkansas State Park system. These bills and laws that will be signed today will improve our park operations, our ability to conduct business within an Arkansas State Park. They will also allow us to improve in our abilities to meet guest expectations. Part of our goals of entering the session was to find opportunities for us to improve our ability to operate as a state agency within the hospitality industry, but also to meet the ever-changing guest expectations that we have. It's unprecedented and amazing to have the support that we have had this year from the governor's office, from our first gentleman, as well as the Arkansas legislature. We appreciate their support this year. I would be remiss if I didn't also mention that we have the support of our State Park Recreation Travel Commissioners, many of which are here today. If you'll just raise your hand and I'll introduce each of you. We have Jim Schamberger from Hot Springs, Eric Jackson from Hot Springs, Ron Gossage from Alma, Rebecca Baker from Morrilton, Mike Wilson from Little Rock, and Austin Albers from Ponca. So thank you for being here with us today and joining us. It is my pleasure to introduce Secretary of the Department of Arkansas Parks, Heritage, and Tourism, Secretary Mike Mills.
Good morning, and what a great morning it is. The weather's cooperated, and I got here about 7 o'clock, walked 3 miles on these trails dressed like this. And so it really, truly is a wonderful day to be here. I just want to say to the legislatures and to the governor, thank you for making such a great session that has involved my department and all the divisions within it. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Representative Maddox, who will explain to you a little bit more.
Thank you so much. First of all, I just want to say what a beautiful day and what a great day to be here. I do want to start out by saying thank you to Governor Sanders and thank you to the First Gentleman for seeing tourism and outdoor recreation as an important piece of economic development and allowing me to play a very small role in that. Working together, we will continue to push the natural state onto the world stage. I was honored to sponsor the Natural State Initiative legislation. This will take Arkansas state parks, tourism, and outdoor recreation to the next level. I also want to say thank you to Senator Hester and Senator Irvin for working with me to pass this legislation. Senate Bill 464 creates a natural state initiative pilot program that will establish up to 4 opportunity zones. With this bill, Arkansas can seize the momentum and further establish the natural state as a leader in the outdoor economy and make Arkansas the destination for outdoor enthusiasts around the world. Outdoor recreation generates $862 billion annually in economic output nationwide. Signing this bill into law can help Arkansas bring more of those dollars to our great state. I was also proud to sponsor SB 497. It allows Arkansas State Parks to provide hospitality experience that matches the outdoor recreation and restaurant offerings that we have. With the signing of SB 497, state parks can now exceed guest expectations at the state park lodges and offer the very best in service. These bills are necessary to grow Arkansas tourism, grow our outdoor economy, and to ensure Arkansas is a repeat vacation destination. Thank you so much.
Good morning. I'm Senator Missy Irvin, and so glad to be able to be here. I'm excited to have Senator Matt Stone with me, one of my colleagues. Appreciate you being here. You know, it's so exciting for me to stand here at Pinnacle Mountain State Park. I grew up actually just down the road and had the opportunity to see Pinnacle Mountain from my house when I grew up. And so it's really wonderful to be able to be here today. I'm so grateful to our governor and our first gentleman, Sarah and Brian Sanders. They really have such an incredible passion for the state of Arkansas, but it's not just them. It's not just the governor, and it's not just the first gentleman. It's the first family. They are an inspiration, and they are ideal families that are exactly who come to these parks. I grew up having birthday parties at Pinnacle Mountain State Park. And this family, the first family, really epitomizes what Arkansas is and what it can be to so many people across the entire country. To bring your children and hike these mountains and to fish in these streams and in these creeks and to paddle your canoe down the Buffalo River or down the Sylamore Creek or the White River in the lakes that we have in Lake DeGray State Park. Arkansas is truly a hidden gem. When I raised my 4 kids, the best thing in the world was to go dig for diamonds. You got 4 kids, man, you just put them to work digging all day in the dirt, searching for diamonds. I think we're the only state that you can become a treasure hunter when you're 10 years old. It's pretty exciting. And so for me to be a part of this Natural State Initiative and to pass these great bills really exemplifies what Governor Sanders said from day one. She was going to be competing against every state to make Arkansas the best, the top of its game. And that includes tourism. Tourism is an incredible economic driving force for the state of Arkansas. Why? Because God has given us this. God has given us the natural resources that we so treasure and we hold dearly. And that is exemplified through these bills, through Senate Bill 472, Senate Bill 498. These bills will reduce our administrative burden. They will streamline, cut out unnecessary red tape and bureaucracy so that we are able to compete and really attract all this tourism into our state and through our state parks. These state parks are economic drivers for 49 out of our 75 counties. Over 9 million people visited our state parks last year. That's an incredible amount of people, but I know with these bills and what we're going to be able to maintain through our trail system, our monument trail system, which is going to be world-class destination. Next month at Mount Nebo State Park, we will be hosting the Mountain Bike Enduro Series, which will host the Rocky Mountain Series and Tour Resorts. We will be able to attract more of those types of events to our state. The Sylamore Bike Trail in Mountain View, where I live, is one of 5 epic mountain bike trails in the state of Arkansas. Only Colorado has as many Sylamore bike trails like ours that are epic bike trails. The Monument Trail, being able to maintain that is going to make this a world-class destination in the state of Arkansas. So I'm so excited. I love the example that they have set with their children and the first family. We've got to get out there and enjoy our state parks. These bills will help us really compete, but we will not be the diamond in the rough anymore. People will know us, and Arkansas will shine like the diamond that it is. Thank you so much. And it's my pleasure and my honor to introduce our first gentleman, Brian Sanders, and who's done a fabulous job with the Natural State Initiative.
Thank you. Appreciate everybody coming today. And I'm not sure how many of you know this, but Pinnacle actually used to be the local dump about 50 years ago. It's where you could see for miles trash just piled up. And it's now, of course, one of our most beautiful state parks, not only in the state, but in the country. And that's thanks to a lot of the people that are here today. You know, I've had the chance to go around to state parks now all over Arkansas, and some of the best people that you're going to find in our state are the people that work in our state parks. We have the best state park system, and we're going to make it even better. Arkansas, as everyone here does know, is the natural state, and we want to keep it that way. When we launched the Natural State Initiative early this year, we set out to establish Arkansas as the destination for year-round outdoor adventure. And the reforms Sarah will sign into law today are going to provide a strong foundation for us to advance our mission to elevate the best outdoor experiences in Arkansas that we have a right to win, get more kids off screens and outdoors to improve health and quality of life, and double the number of entrepreneurs, workers, and the overall size of our outdoor economy. I'd like to hit on a few of these reforms, starting with the natural state opportunity zones, which Representative Maddox covered a little bit, but I want to get a little bit more into that. So under this reform that Sarah will sign here shortly, we are going to establish 4 natural state initiative opportunity zones in or near Arkansas state parks. And with development infrastructure at Arkansas state parks, this additional incentive will lower the tax burden for payroll and sales taxes on new investment, and is the perfect canvas for entrepreneurs to test a new concept within an existing recreational area. Investors can repurpose or build facilities for food, beverage, and lodging, or repurpose or expand recreational facilities or infrastructure for guiding services. We're in the process of now identifying 4 state parks to do this pilot program, and once we establish success, we plan to expand that to additional state parks. Another reform Sarah will sign today, we will now allow state parks, including those in dry counties, to more conveniently access alcohol permits. Alcohol can now be served at large festivals and events in state parks and be acquired and utilized by third-party vendors. Permits will be accessible to both private and state-owned restaurants, bars, and concession areas, modernizing our operations to remain in step with visitor expectations, particularly with out-of-town guests, which account for 50% of our 9 million state park visitors each year. Additionally, we will provide an exemption from the procurement process for Arkansas state parks hospitality-related purchases used for overnight guests. This will help Arkansas state parks to significantly improve amenities and the state park brand, so we can provide the best state park experiences anywhere in the country. Further reform that Sarah will sign, we will now allow for the creation of trails and trail maintenance in Arkansas state parks to be handled by the department without review and approval by the Division of Building Authority. Our monument trail systems, including the one here at Pinnacle, as well as at Devil's Den, Mount Nebo, and Hobbs State Parks, need regular and continued maintenance. This will reduce the unnecessary and costly administrative processes and delays required for trail maintenance, hiring contractors and subcontractors, and accomplishing the needed maintenance projects so we can continue to elevate Arkansas as a world-class mountain biking destination. We will reform our outdoor recreation grant process to do more high-impact projects. Fun Park grants awarded $3.25 million this year. We have raised the population limit from 2,500 to 7,500 and removed the $10,000 cap for these grants, along with the outdoor grant program, a 50-50 matching grant up to $250,000. The Arkansas Department of Parks, Heritage, and Tourism awarded $6.5 million this year. And we are now, thanks to this reform, positioned to spend more of those dollars on high-priority, high-impact outdoor recreation projects going forward. We will increase historic tax credits for historic districts and qualifying properties in Arkansas across the board with higher credits for small towns. This will encourage investment and improved quality of life with a focus on preservation and revitalization of main streets and downtowns across our state. And finally, in partnership with Arkansas Game and Fish, we will discount by 50% the cost of a lifetime hunting and fishing license for kids under the age of 10, incentivizing parents and grandparents to buy their kids and grandkids a lifetime license, encouraging more kids to get off screens and outdoors, and guaranteeing additional federal funding and revenue for Arkansas Game and Fish. There's never been a better time to get outdoors in Arkansas. I know many of you, like me, love our state and love what we have here. It really is our unique selling proposition, particularly in this region of the country. Tourism is our number 2 industry after agriculture, and we're going to continue to do everything we can, not only to conserve our beautiful outdoor spaces, but to elevate outdoor recreation and make Arkansas a leading destination for adventure. So thank you for your time. Appreciate all of your support. And with that, I'll introduce my wife. Love you.
I get the easy part today. Thank y'all so much for being here. Normally, I have the hard part of walking through each piece of the legislation, but I got off the hook today and let Brian take the lead on that, since this has been the heart and soul of the Natural State Initiative that we launched earlier this year, and he has done a phenomenal job leading that. Before I get a little bit more into the legislation we're going to sign today, I want to give a quick update. As all of you know, we have spent the last week and a half traveling around the state working on rebuilding and recovery from hard-hit areas that were devastated by tornadoes that came through the state of Arkansas. One major update in that space, one of the biggest challenges that individuals have after a storm like this is lodging and housing. I'm excited to announce that the state is partnering with the American Red Cross, who will be offering temporary housing, and people can access that by calling 1-800-RED-CROSS. This is a great additional step in our recovery process. They do a phenomenal job and are experts at helping provide temporary lodging. We encourage anyone who needs assistance in that area to reach out. You can also always go to helparkansas.com to get information about any type of assistance that you're looking for. It's also a great place if you have the ability and the willingness to volunteer or donate to help those who need assistance. Go to helparkansas.com. Thank you so much for all that you have done. We have seen Arkansas step up in an amazing way and help our neighbors through each piece of this process, and I could not be more proud of the way that our state is serving one another. One of the best parts about Arkansas, aside from our people, is our natural beauty. And that's why I'm so excited to be part of this initiative and to get to sign into law 11 pieces of legislation that will continue to elevate Arkansas's outdoor economy. As Brian mentioned, it is our number 2 industry, but it is one of our best selling points. I tell people all the time I want to be the chief salesperson for the state of Arkansas. Along with Brian and our 3 kids, we are going to make sure that no one misses out on the excitement and the adventure that Arkansas has to offer. Now, some of that adventure, Brian would like to go a little bit further than I would. I'm perfectly fine walking on the trails, not flying down them on 2 wheels like he normally wants us to do. I wore heels purposefully so he couldn't drag me up the mountain after this event was over. But in all seriousness, we have an absolutely amazing state park system, and this gives us the opportunity to take it to the next level. It gets rid of some of the unnecessary government burdens and red tape, allowing our state parks to do what they do best, serve the people that visit them, and help add to the excitement and the amenities and the adventure that each of our state parks can offer. It also helps us elevate and grow our outdoor economy by bringing new entrepreneurs into the process and letting us elevate each of the different experiences around the state of Arkansas. I could not be more excited about working in partnership with my husband on this project. As you can see, he brings a lot of depth and excitement and adventure into every aspect of our life, and particularly in this area and into the administration. Our legislative partners, Senator Irvin and Representative Maddox, have done a phenomenal job shepherding each piece of this package through and making sure that we are really elevating and taking Arkansas to the top. And Mike and Shay, thank you so much for your leadership and all that you are doing to help Arkansas State Parks be the very best in the country. Thank you guys so much for being here today and for all you all do to help elevate our state. I want to end with encouraging every Arkansan to go out and visit a state park this year. If you want to visit 10 or 15, we're happy with that too. But I think if every Arkansan will at least explore a little bit of our own backyard, they will be shocked to find out the amazing beauty that they can find right here in the natural state. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you to our amazing team for helping get this done. Thank you.
Okay, everybody right here, please on me. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.